Hello everyone. Welcome to the January Developer Sync meeting. So we would be, let me share my screen and then we can start. Okay. So the first thing on the agenda, we have the monthly contributions. So Tilo, do you want to take this one? The internet is.
I didn't understand the name. Sorry.
So do you want to take the monthly contributions?
Absolutely yes.
Yeah, but um,
I'm a little late on that, and I'm actually updating the invite on the fly. But I can as well just talk about it. All right. So we had, and this is for 2 months, right? Because we didn't do
correct.
the DevSync in December. So first, let's go to January. We had two first 10 contributors in January. The first is the first is Etherminer with an improvement in the website, and we love to see documentation and website improvements. It's a little bit under resourced currently, and you need to. Where are we? Can you go? It's at the very top. Exactly. Yeah. So that's the first section here. So if you scroll a little down, you'll see a table of
Yeah.
exactly those were the contributions to the Flatcar org in last month, and in last month. And if you see the true flag set as new contributor, you see the first change of Etherminer, who changed and updated documentation on our website, and we really like that because it's a little it needs a little love right now, and every commit helps. Cringedale as well helped out there and also improved our documentation. Now, if we check the contributions before that in December, basically late November to December, and that's in a separate issue, in a separate ticket. We see 4 new contributors, and that's amazing. The 127 again contributed to our website, to our documentation. That's amazing. And at the very bottom of the table, there are 3 more. Heide contributed to the Sussex Bakery. Gilenval did the same. And
Sorry.
that's fine. PS Veer contributed to the Flatcar tutorial. So that's great to see. Welcome to all new contributors. Awesome that you help improving driving forward this project.
Great. I think that's mostly it because it was a quieter side. Other than the security issues, I don't think there would be much updates. And with that, let's jump to the roadmap. That's also on Uthilo. So I'll start with the release security. Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah, no, this one. Yeah. So
Yeah,
Tilo,
thank you. Not much movement here. As you said, there were more quiet days over the festive days, so we're basically still iterating over the secure boot work stream. We have most of the engineering items, the development items for for secure boot pretty much in. There's a little bit of refactoring needed, but it's not worth really mentioning. And we're now in the process of working with the CNCF and with Azure, which we are going to use for code signing, to make basically bootloader signing work. So we have an officially signed shim and have a fully trusted secure boot chain with official certificates and signatures. It's more of a communication thing than a technical thing right now.
The next thing would be cluster API. So Matthew.
Yeah. Hi everyone. So on the cluster API side, a few months ago, a few weeks ago, we started this new working group dedicated to work on the ignition part mainly. And we're about to have a proof of concept to separate the bootstrap from the provisioning part. In the meantime, we got a pull request that has been opened to propose some documentation around the development itself with KubeVirt and so on. So yeah, this will be helpful for setting the foundation for this working group and for further work on the ignition side. And for the CSX part, we have a proof of concept of using Vim as a CSX currently. So the idea would be to have it enabled by default, like so there is no breaking change on the user side, but users not interested to have Vim inside the OS will be able to disable it at boot. So it's a proof of in concept for now, but it's not yet merged to the OS. And on the CSX bakery side, we got some contribution, as you mentioned. So mainly to update some version of software like Tailscale, for example. And we got two new CSX image for WASM and for Yama. So yeah, that's it for the CSX and cluster API side.
Thank you, Matthew. And the next is again on the secure boot side. So as Thilo mentioned, we are kind of done on the technical side of things and been working primarily to build the questionnaire that Shim Review team has for us. We are stuck and working with CNCF for getting answers to a few of them, and that is primarily going on right now. Once that's done, I think it would be ready to submit our shim for the review. And yeah, nothing more. Yeah, nothing else other than that on the secure boot side. Um, Next, I guess this we can remove now, or do we think we need things here? Uh, Daniel, the CNCF board.
She's not able to speak, it seems. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's still relevant to have the CNCF roadmap, but I won't speak for Daniel.
Okay. So I'll just move. If I move to the video tab, that would just look a bit weird with those whole thing. But I'll move to the next one, which is again on Matthew's side, and which is mostly on the new vendor support.
Yes, so we have two open issues, one for Ionos. So we got some updates on the Ionos side because it was a bit blocking on the ignition implementation. And finally, after some discussions, they found a workaround and a nicer way to do things. So it's still in pull request on the ignition side. And we wait for review from Fedora CoreOS folks on this. And I will try to build some images to test it on my own. But yeah, there's still work in progress. And on the Akamai side, just before New Year, I finished the mental implementation, which means we can now run the full Flatcar test suite on Akamai. And we recently got some sponsoring to be able to test things in the cloud before each release and in the nightlies on Akamai. So this is the last item to check on the issue, and it will be done, I guess, in a few weeks, really soon. Yes, Tilo?
No, I just wanted to applause, and the applause icon.
Yeah, it happens to me a few times. But yeah, that's it for the new cloud, new vendors.
Great, thank you, Matthew. And on the line work, Yeah, I think nothing much has been happening right now. I mean, the teams are working on the previous items that, and with the new year, we have been planning a new things. And I think the most pressing thing that the team has been working on is the releases. So I'll directly jump to the release. Yeah. Um, So we are doing a major release across all the channels. That means we are in preps for releasing a new LTS as well, and a new and major stable alpha beta. Things to note is I'll take this time to talk about the thing that we had on the agenda, which is like Flatcar we stop supporting C groups V1, and so this would this would go through the process of alpha, beta, and stable. So we recommend everyone to keep to test to move to LTS 2024, which would support the CQP1, or else like start preparing for the deprecation for C group C1. And on the releases side, we are still building on releases right now. We are stuck on a few things on the LTS side, but I hope that should be done either this week or definitely next week. So that's the timeline we are seeing for the releases right now. Mm. And with that, yes. Anything else that the folks you want to share?
If no one else has anything, I have a bit of good news regarding the Flatcar maintainers, and it's actually worth sharing the screen.
Okay.
1 second, I will in just a second. And it happened a few hours ago, so it's super fresh. Yeah, I'll go ahead. Share screen. And for a very brief moment, you'll see yourself. And so it's about this pull request, which was merged. That's a weird view. That was merged like literally like 1 or 2 hours ago after a brief discussion in the private maintainers mailing list. We have a Nebraska maintainer who joined the Nebraska maintainers sub team in the Flatcar org, and that's Irvin. Irvin has contributed a massive update to Nebraska, and that is amazing because Nebraska really needed some love, and he's basically taking the big broom and just basically cleaning up all the dust. I know that he has some awesome ideas going forward, and I really look forward to see all that. So that's amazing. Welcome, Irvin. There are 2 potential new maintainers which we might vote in the near future because they've continuously been contributing. Once on this call, that's Daniel. Daniel has been taking care mostly of secure boot work items and crypto work items. And he's been around for quite some time, since September last year, and has accumulated a few patches and PRs. And the other is Jan, who couldn't make it today, and he has done a lot in Flatcar documentation, and he's working on a thing called Flatcar apps, where he automates a number of single node applications to be automatically deployable on Flatcar. Both have showed great engagement and continued engagement of the project. So I would say those folks will be proposed next, and it's awesome to have you here, folks. Thank you for all of your contributions.
Thank you, Tilo.
Ed,
Welcome.
sorry. No, I
Yeah,
was before we end, Ed or Yusuf, is there anything you want to share, or just saying hi?
See us at FOSDEM.
Oh,
sorry. I thought that was to everyone.
go ahead.
I was just going to say, to anyone listening, you can see us at FOSDEM, sharing a booth with Gentoo.
Right, that's true.
For my part, I wanted to say hello to everyone. It's always good to see you all. And I think this is common knowledge, but I won't assume it. Equinix Metal is shutting down.
Yeah.
And I hope to have a timeline soon. I'm getting budgets and all that sort of stuff for the wind down effort.
Yeah.
But I anticipate that this will affect any. I anticipate this will affect this project, and I'm more than happy to either track an issue or work individually with folks on whatever the impact is.
We definitely have it on the radar. We've been reached out to quite early, given the infrastructure that we run on Equinix Metal, and we have a few alternatives. We're looking into the CNCF is very helpful. Like, they're basically standing in for us, so it's amazing to have that support as well. And maybe we should be a little more concrete on the timeline going forward. I know Mathieu had a few great ideas on improvements that we could do to the infra on the way. So I guess in the near future we have some stuff to share.
Okay, as soon as I will have a formal message coming on letterhead. I'll make sure that Tilo, you and Danielle get a copy of that,
Awesome.
just so that it's expectations are set from my management. So
that's good. That's good. That'll help a lot.
That's all I can do. You know, I love you guys, but
we do.
We're shutting it all down.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for coming to tell us, and thank you for all the support you've given us all this time. So yeah,
it was a good run. That's all I can say. It was a good run.
Yeah. Cool. And Yusuf is here to learn. That's awesome. That's the nicest. He just shared it in the chat, so I'm just standing in for him. It's awesome to have new folks around who want to take a look. Nice.
Yes, I just want to add that I met Yusuf at KubeCon India. Yeah, and he is looking forward to contribute to Flatcar. So
amazing.
Yeah, feel free to. So if you're looking to contribute, feel free to if you have any questions, just drop your message on the Matrix or the Slack, and someone from the team would definitely help you. Cool. Anything else that folks would like to add?
Yeah, really quickly, maybe Cyan next month at the office hours, you could present the Flatcar attendance at KubeCon India, just to show some pictures or stuff like that, or the talk tutorial you've done.
Sure, I can do that. I'll plan something. I have like a few slides and a small draft for the blog post, but
okay.
Sadly my blog is down right now, so I'm unable to publish it. But yeah, so I'll try to draft something for the next community meeting.
Good.
Cool. I think that's all from my side. I think we can head out. And thank you everyone for joining. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you.
Thank you. See you.
Thanks, folks.
Was then.